disjunction. And only two rows, of course, because we are dealing with only one independent statement. X can either be true. Independent I am saying because here we have X, the others depend on X. In the previous one we had three independent statements, X, Y and Z. Their truths or falsity did not depend on the truth or falsity of the others. So they were independent. Here, however, negation of X depends on X. This also depends on X, although in a more indirect manner. So now anyway, so when X is true, negation of X is false. When X is false, negation of X is true. And what about disjunction of these two? Disjunction is true if either this is true or this is true or both are true. That is, we need at least one of them to be true. And that's the case. One of them is always true. So that means this is true. It just simply says that either something happens or it does not happen. Now, of course, this is always the case. You cannot have anything other than this. So this is always true. This is the law of exclusive middle. And lastly, I want to prove one of the De Morgan's laws. Just so that you can become more familiar with these things, with how the proofs are carried out, how the truth tables are constructed. So let me prove this one. Negation of X or Y is logically equivalent to negation of X and negation of Y. Now here also we will have a lot of columns but only 4 rows. So we need columns for X, Y, X or Y, negation of X, negation of Y, their disjunction, and lastly this one. If I am able to write so many things in this small space, is equivalent to, I can take to, okay, it's possible to write negation of X and negation of Y. Please excuse the lack of space. I am only working with limited resources. I don't have much. So with this, I am trying to do the best I can. Okay, so this is the truth table for the format of the truth table for one of the De Morgan's laws. So like before, we can have both of them to be true, exactly one of them to be true, and none of them to be true. So when we come to disjunction, at least one truth gives us truth. So in the first 3 cases, we have true, and only in the last case we have false. Now to write the column for negation of X, you just interchange T for F and F for T. So it becomes F, F, T, T. Similarly for Y it becomes F, T, F, T. Now we come to the disjunction of these two. So this is true only when at least one of them are true. So in the first case, it is false. Oh, sorry. What the hell have I written here? It is not disjunction, it is conjunction. Yeah. Conjunction is I forgot to write one more column. I needed one more column. Okay, instead of this one, now I have to write a lot. Okay, let me just write negation of x or y here. Okay, so that we can compare these two. It's all right. I mean, after you have written the independent statements, the rest you can arrange in any order. It does not matter if you write this first or that first. Usually the simpler ones are written first because they can be done